That night, back in the Bont, you told me that you loved me. And I felt that I was on top of the world. The last 11 years has been one big adventure ever since. And I was able to keep my promise to take you around Europe, and we never looked back. Well, we had no need after day 3 when we completely lost reverse gear. I'll always remember the day I knew I was going to ask you to be my wife. I was standing, looking at our fridge, adorned with magnets and memorabilia from all of our trips together. From that point, I hatched a master plan. More than 2 years in the making overall, knowing full well our anniversaries would be 10 years, Friday, get engaged. 11 years, Saturday, get married. This last year has been stressful at times, but I've never wanted something to be so perfect. Because you are perfect, and that's what you deserve. People who know us will attest, we are opposite in almost every way. But without you, I am missing something. Probably the most important thing. I am missing the better half of me. For years, I would say, and join along if you know this, there's me, there's you, and there's everybody else. But at the top, there's me. Now I realize how wrong I was. I am not me without you. There is no more me and you. There is now only us. I promise to share my life with you.
To be honest and trusting.
To be honest and trusting.
To communicate openly with you.
To communicate openly with you.
And that I will love.
And that I will love.
Honour and care for you.
Honour and care for you.
With tenderness and affection all my life.
With tenderness and affection all my life.
I promise to share my life with you.
To be honest and trusting.
To be honest and trusting.
To communicate openly with you.
To communicate openly with you.
And that I will love.
And that I will love.
Honour and care for you.
Honour and care for you.
With tenderness and affection all my life.
With tenderness and affection all my life.
So of course then he went to university, and shortly after he started he met Jan, and he fell absolutely in love. He described her in the most flattering terms possible. He talked about this amazing girl that he'd met, and you know, we were like so chuffed for him for the first few weeks, and then after a couple of months we realised we hadn't met her yet. And we thought, well, maybe he's embarrassed to introduce her to us, and then we thought, no, we're delightful. Of course he'd want to introduce us at the earliest opportunity. We thought, oh, I know what's happened. He's gone to university, and his flatmates have all got girlfriends, and he hasn't, so he's made up this girl. There's no way that there's this girl as fantastic as he says, that it's fallen for him, but as it turns out, she had, and we knew pretty soon that they were gonna go the distance. Chris always talked about his plan sort of a few years in, that on their 10th anniversary he'd get down on one knee and he proposed, and those who were paying attention earlier knows that that's exactly what it did, which is a huge surprise to everyone who knows Chris well, because he has never done anything on time in his entire life. Ever. He's the sort of man, if he says he'll be ready at 7 o'clock, you'll rock up 7:30, knock on the door, and there he is, opens the door, in his pants, can of cider in his hand. And he says, it's all right, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. All I got to do, put the tools in the van, put the van in the garage, lock the garage up, have a shower, have a shave, make a couple of phone calls, have another can. 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. So we did 10 minutes.
Jan, one year ago, we were in sunny Santorini, as some of you did guess earlier on, celebrating 10 years of not killing each other. Now, 1 year later, the weather may be very different, but my love for you has only gotten hotter. I remember all those years ago walking up the stairs of House 16 on the first day of uni, knowing that the next few years would change my life. Little did I know by just how much. After a couple of days, our gang of boys and girls had gotten very pally. And as a bunch of us lads walked along the Taff Trail to the Tesco's to top up our dwindling supply of Blackthorn and cheap vodka, I knew I had to make my intentions known. Shotgun Jan! I shouted, knowing full well that all efforts would be most likely futile. But under shotgun rules, I had a chance. Towards the end of Freshers, I was finally able to get some time alone with you. That was the start of our amazing story, with ups and downs and twists and turns. Halfway through the film, I made my move and went for the kiss, and thankfully, you kissed me back. A few days later, I asked, so what are we doing here? And you said boldly, would you like to go out with me? And of course, I agreed.
Marriage is the promise of hope between two people who love each other, who trust that love, who honour one another as individuals in their togetherness, and who wish to share the future together. It enables two separate people to share their desires, longings, dreams and memories, their joys and laughter, and to help each other through their uncertainties. We have come together today to witness the promises of Chris and Jan in marriage, share with them in their happiness and their hopes for the future. Chris and Jan, I know that everyone here will want to join me in offering you our heartfelt good wishes. We wish you luck in the future, but more importantly, hope that you continue to have love, friendship and trust from one another. Enjoy the rest of your day, which I'm quite sure you're going to, and take forward with you our very best wishes for your future happiness together. I am delighted to say you are now husband and wife. You may kiss your lovely bride.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just ask you to rise once more for the final toast. Finally, after 11 long years, it is my tremendous pleasure to ask that you toast Mr. and Mrs. Davis.
I don't know how, but we found it, something supernatural. The space between us.